Meeting your twin flame will transform your life. But the reason it transforms your life isn't because of the physical 3D person, but because of the energetics of that meeting. Your twin flame is a physically incarnated expression of your own core soul frequency. This is why twin flames are often called mirror souls, because they mirror one another perfectly at the energetic level. And this is because they have the same soul frequency or soul signature. This energetic explosion essentially that occurs when twin flames meet one another in the physical world is profound, and it is something that as a result will impact you in a myriad of ways at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level. But all of these impacts are actually coming from the way that the meeting of these two energies, your energy and your twin flame's energy, which again carry the same frequency, carry the same signature, the way that affects you. When two energies collide in this way, an energetic merge begins that essentially is a huge influx of energy that moves through each of your 7 chakra centers and causes your vibration to begin to raise to a radical height. The meeting of your twin flame, in a sense, could be thought of as an instantaneous or a spontaneous spiritual awakening. Because in that moment, there is such an explosion of energy and such an influx of energy through this energy merge with your twin that causes your vibration to raise to such a high level of frequency, of vibration, that you are able to raise your perception to what is your highest timeline, your highest possible plane of existence, of reality, which of course our plane of existence, our timeline, is dictated by our frequency. This is why twin flames often undergo a so-called honeymoon stage right after meeting, because the energy merge between the two of them causes their vibration to raise to such a high level that the honeymoon period is actually the temporary experience of their highest vibrational timeline. And on our highest vibrational timeline, that is where twin flame harmonious union is not only possible, but inevitable, because as we raise our frequency to the highest vibration, we are in the process letting go, surrendering, releasing all of those weighted down, heavier vibrations that keep us disconnected from our own core soul frequency. And when we are completely aligned with our core soul frequency, of course, we are naturally highly magnetized for anything that matches that frequency. And in this case, our twin flame not only is similar to our own frequency, but they share an identical frequency. So the more that we have peeled back the levels and layers of artificial negative subconscious programming that we sometimes call energy blockages, the more we are aligned with that natural core soul frequency, the higher our vibration is and the higher timeline that we are accessing in that moment. So the first thing that happens after you meet your twin flame is quite simply that you will have a period of time, whether it's moments, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, it differs depending on the person. But there will be a period of time where you will feel aligned with your highest version of self. During this time, you may experience heightened synchronicities. You might be seeing number signs everywhere. You might be feeling as though you are perceiving into a higher spiritual realm that previously was inaccessible to you, and in some cases that might feel inaccessible to you after this period of time. Why does this happen? Well, the reason, of course, that it happens is because upon meeting your twin flame, there is such an influx of energy on both sides. You're temporarily, almost think of it like a tsunami of energy running over these dams, these walls. In the moment of that tsunami, there's such a surge of energy that you could think of as like a storm surge during a hurricane, where there's a high level of flooding, that it doesn't matter that there are still walls there. Your vibration will still rise temporarily, but then as that water level recedes, as that energy starts to sink down and come down, it then has to come up against and work through all of those pre-existing blockages that in this metaphor are like walls or like dams in a river. So that is why this so-called honeymoon stage for twin flames does not last typically, unless it's a very rare case where the twin souls have decided to incarnate with very few or no subconscious programming that they are taking on from the collective. But in 99% of cases, we do choose as souls to take on this programming in the form of these energetic blockages for the purpose of overcoming, breaking through these walls, being the path forger we came here to be, and therefore training the collective into new ways of being as well. So the second thing that happens after you meet your twin flame is that you, after this period of what we call the honeymoon stage, will feel intensely triggered, and your twin will feel intensely triggered. This is because, as we said in this metaphor, with the tsunami and the flooding that rises up over those walls and temporarily causes you to feel this heightened vibration. When that water level slows down, starts to sink down, you're now left with those pre-existing walls. But the thing is, twin flame energy is still moving so fast and so quickly that it moves like a river, building pressure up against those walls or those dams. Other forms of connection you could think of as like a trickling stream. They might not build up any kind of pressure, hardly at all, against your walls, against your triggers, simply because the connection itself doesn't carry as much energetic potential, power, momentum. But twin flame connection carries the largest amount of energetic potential and power of any other connection. Therefore, it will run up against those walls, any wall you are holding within yourself, any blockage you are holding within yourself. What do we consider a blockage? Well, for the purposes of this video, let's define a wall, a blockage, as anything that is keeping you disconnected from your own unconditional self-love. What limitations, what limiting belief systems are you holding on to about life or about yourself that are keeping you restricted from your own unconditional love, and therefore restricted from accessing your highest version of self and the highest timeline that is connected to maintaining that highest frequency version of self? The third thing that will happen after you meet your twin flame is, at some point, you will inevitably come across the concept twin flames. This could actually happen in some cases just prior to meeting your twin flame, during your meeting, or at some point after meeting. Typically, it does happen afterwards because you tend to come across twin flame information as you are researching, Googling, trying to understand why you are experiencing so many unique signs and symptoms and synchronicities with this particular person. For those who are not on a twin flame path, the concept of twin flames will seem extremely foreign to the point where they will either make fun of it, gloss over it altogether, or dismiss it so immediately that they don't even consciously register the words twin flame before it's already been dismissed by their own mind. However, if you are one who is on a twin flame path, just seeing the term twin flames will instantly spark a feeling of resonance within you. And as you begin to research this topic, even if prior to that point you were not a spiritual person in any sense, you will find such a deep feeling of resonance with the term twin flames that you will inevitably go down the rabbit hole of researching the topic, trying to find as much information as you can. In fact, at times it can make you feel obsessive. And this is the fourth thing that happens when you meet your twin flame. You might actually find that you feel almost obsessed with the idea of twin flames, or obsessed with the person, obsessed with the connection. This is really just a sign that your soul has recognized something important is going on here. And it is, because if you are on a twin flame path, this is an essential cornerstone to your soul's growth and evolution in this lifetime. There are many paths to spiritual awakening, and twin flame is not the only path, but it is one of those paths, and it is one of the most challenging and intense pathways to go down to a spiritual awakening. It is, in a sense, fast-tracked. Which leads me to number 5. After you meet your twin flame, you will go through a very accelerated spiritual awakening process. You might begin to develop heightened energetic sensitivities that could lead to the manifestation of certain spiritual gifts. You might become more empathic, more psychic. You might develop certain psychic gifts or abilities, or other gifts and abilities that you might not traditionally consider to be psychic, but they are, in the sense that you are receiving and channeling spiritual information into something physical through a creative work like writing or artwork or music. Very often, twin flames, upon meeting and shortly after meeting, find themselves inspired to highly creative endeavors, or find within them the ability to perceive or sense energy in new ways. And this is a result, again, of that spiritual awakening that inevitably takes place simply because of the immense amount of energy that is exchanged during a twin flame meeting. So I am going to leave this video here, and if you want, I can do a part 2 of things that happen after you meet your twin flame. Do let me know in the comments if anything from this video connected with you personally. And of course, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. If you are on a twin flame path, energetic hygiene is the most important thing to consider along your journey, because from that point of meeting onward, there is always a huge amount of energy being exchanged between you and your twin. There's always a huge amount of energy flowing through you, working through all these triggers and blockages. So to assist you along this path, I've created a twin flame 7 chakra clearing subliminal meditation. This is designed to reach into these 7 energy centers, the chakra centers, and pull out any limiting beliefs or ideas that may be creating these blockages, these walls, so to speak, within you energetically. And in addition to that, it will reprogram your mind with new, positive, highly magnetic beliefs that will magnetize your being for unconditional love and can also assist you in clearing out love blockages between yourself and your twin flame counterpart, so that you can manifest more physical 3D communication and interaction with your twin flame in the physical world as well. So this subliminal comes from my website, soundandsoulful.com. As you can see on the screen, on this website, I have over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So there are subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like confidence, happiness, anxiety relief, love, relationships, success, business, money, manifestation, and so much more. And when you create a 7-day free trial account on my website, you can try out any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days. You can even create your own custom private playlists. So the link to my 7 chakra twin flame clearing subliminal meditation is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. I am sending you so much love, wishing you a beautiful day, and I will talk to you again in the next video.